1 second more and we will starting the class. Well, 1 second more and we will starting the class. Okay. Yes. So we're going to start the class now. Om Jnanam Timandasya Ghana Jana Shalakya Chakshur Anmiltam Jena Tasme Shri Gurve Namah. I have that one. Yes. So we're going to start the class now. Yes, Om Jnanam Timandasya Ghana Jana Shalakya Chakshur Anmiltam Jena Tasme Shri Gurve Namah. Shri Tanyamano Bhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadameham Dadati Sapadatikam Vandeham Shri Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavacha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagun Raghunanathanatam Tam Sajivam Sadhvetam Savdutam Parijan Sahitam Krishnam Devam Shri Radha Krishnadhan Sahagun Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitascha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश्वर गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी परमामि हरि प्रेम वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासहति गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Yes, so we are going to start in Bhagavad Gita from the introduction, and introduction is that Prabhupada gave the whole story of the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever we are going to read in this Bhagavad Gita, this is all in the introductions. So if we understand the introduction read the introduction carefully and understand it, we'll get mostly what Prabhupada is trying to say. This is the whole summary Prabhupada has given us. In the introduction, he's starting with Om Agyanam Timandasya Gyana Jana Shalakya Chakshur Anmiltam Jena Tasme Shri Gurve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadamem Dadhati Sabadatikam. So what is this? This is Kali Mangalacharna. The Mangalacharna is that whenever, say prayers, right, whenever we're doing something work, we want some happen to be Mangal. Mangal means the good thing happens to us. We succeed in our mission, what are we trying to do, right? So that's why we do a Mangala Acharna. So in the Mangalacharna, we ask for the blessing, from our gurus, our seniors, devotees, our Vaishnavas. So in this first two shlokas, Om Agyanam Timandasya Gyana Jana Shakya Chakshur Antam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. So basically saying that I was born in the darkness of ignorance and my spiritual master opened my eyes. With the torch of her knowledge, I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. So basically we are asking that we do not know, we are born in the dark, we have no knowledge, and our master has opened our eyes with the dark, with the knowledge, with the light of a knowledge. So our spiritual master has provided us the knowledge. So we do not know, we are ignorant, and when we need, so because we are born in darkness, when there's a dark, what we need a light. So who has given us the light? Our spiritual master. And how? With a torch. When we are torch, so you can see them with a small knowledge. So that's why there is a torch of knowledge. Our eyes have been opened, so we have gotten the knowledge, and so we can know what we are, what our purpose is. And other Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadameham Dadati Savadatikam. So when will Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established the within this material world, the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me the shelter unto his order. give me the shelter under his lotus feet. So we're asking Rupa no Goswami, Rupa Goswami, so give us the shelter. So Rupa Goswami, there we have six Shat Goswami in the Vrindavan. Whenever you go to the temple, we say there are six figures standing in the white clothes. There are six Goswami of the Vrindavan who are discovered, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent them there to discover the places where the places were like people forgotten them, right? So they were gone, then they went there, they wrote the books. So so that's why these are the six Goswamis we have it, so we're asking them. So next one is Bande Ham Shri Guru Shri Jutpad Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavacha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagun Raghunanatha Natam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savdutam Parjan Sahitam Shri Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishpadan Sahagun Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitascha. So in this way we are praying to our Vaishnava. So Bande Am Shri Guru Shri Yutpadam Kamlam Shri Guru and Vaishnavacha. So basically we are praying to our Guru and our the Gurus and Guru, all the Gurus above them, you know. So all the Vaishnava who was very senior to us. So we are praying everybody in this one shloka. So it says that I offer my respectful obeisance unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and unto the feet of all the Vaishnavas. So our Guru, like the Prabhupada, and then our his Guru, then his Guru, then his Guru. So all the Vaishnavas, right? So we are paying respect. We are doing pranam to those Vaishnavas, and then he says that I offer my respectful obeisance unto the lotus feet of Shri Rupa Goswami along with his elder brother Sanatana Goswami. So it is say that uh, just one second, which word is that? Yeah, so they're saying that Shri Rupa. One second. Vande ham Shri Guru Shri Pagalam Shri Guru Mahashacha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagun Sa Agrajatam. Sa Agrajatam is above them, unse older than them, right? Shri Rupa older, who are there? His brother. His brother is there, Raghunath Das. So it's Nathan, his elder brother Goswami, as well Raghunath Das, Raghunath Bhatta, and Gopal Bhatta, and Shri Goswami. So these are the six gurus pictures you see on the altars. So one is Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Bhatta, Gopal Bhatta, and Shiji Goswami. I offer my respectful obeisance to the Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda along with Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar, Shishvas Adi, other associates. So then another picture we see that are five pictures where is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and Gadadhar Pandit and Shishvas. Those are five. So we is some, if you see in the temples, and there's a picture of the six Goswami, and there's a picture of a Gaur Nitai, which is Gaur Nitai, basically Gaur Nitai is a incarnation of Balram, and Gora is a incarnation of Krishna in the form of Radha Rani, in the mood of Radha Rani. And there's another picture we see that there are five pictures. I do not have it here. Right now, yeah, no, I don't have pictures. So those are pictures. So we're asking their blessing. So I offer my respect obeisance to Srimati Radha Rani and Shri Krishna along and their associate Lalita and Vishaka. So if you go to Vrindavan, or you have been to Vrindavan, you see that there is Lalita and Vishaka, right? And if you go to Mayapur, there are Artsaki, so Radha Krishna, and there are Artsaki. So the Lalita and Vishakhas are the topmost Saki of the Radha and Krishna. And the next prayer is He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopeshwar Gopika Kant Radha Kant Namastate. So basically, so in this one, if you look at it, He Krishna, one is Krishna, Karuna Sindhu second, Deen Bandhu second, third, Jagatpate is fourth, Gopeshwar is fifth, Gopika Kant five, Radha Kant six. Namastate. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopeshwar, Gopika Kant, Radha Kant. Seven. So there are seven names of the Krishna in this shloka. Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dinabandhu, third, fourth, Jagatpate, one, two, three, four, Gopeshwar, sorry, one, two, three, four, five, and Gopika Kant, 6 and Radha Kanta 7. So there are 7 name of the Krishnas. So we are praying to these are the name of the Krishna. So we are praying to Krishna ki he Krishna. Oh, my dear Krishna, Karuna Sindhu means the friend of the distress. The people who are distressed, they go to him, so he's the friend of them. And Deen Bandhu is the same thing. Jagatpate means source of the creation, and Gopeshwar, he's the master of the Gopi, Gopika Kant, lover of the Radha, and Gopeshwar, Gopika Kant, basically he's the master of Gopis, right? Radha Kant is he's the lover of Radha, and I offer my respect obeisance to him. So in this shloka, we are praying our pranam or obeisances to Krishna. Is my skin is visible?
The words are visible, but then the pictures are not there.
Hare Krishna, is my screen is visible?
Yeah, the screen means the words are, we can read the words, but the pictures are not there.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you hear me? Hare Krishna Mataji,
Can you guys see my
are you
screen?
able to hear
Not.
me? Can you hear me?
That's a new message. Nobody's answering. So, and the other one is that, other one is saying that Krishna is saying, तब तक another shloka is saying, तब तक कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी परमामी हरि प्रिय. So, in other shloka is saying that. Okay. Hello, Mataji, can you hear me? No, I cannot hear you. Let me see my volume. My volume.
I can hear you.
Yes. Yeah, now I can.
Can
Yes.
you hear me, Mataji?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah, we are able to see the wordings, but then pictures are not able to see.
Yeah, the wording you are saying, right? That's what there's a wording,
Yeah.
there's no picture. That's fine.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay.
Because I muted it because otherwise my voice goes double. So I can hear you now. Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah, I muted you guys because we are live, so my voice becomes double. So that's why maybe you should, if it's possible, if you can just put a message, so I'll be able to see you guys.
Okay, Mataji.
Yes, okay. So I'm going to see the screen sharing again, maybe because my screen is not moving. Yes, same.
Yes.
So, Vancha Kalpa, sorry, there's one more. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavendeshwari, Vrishbhanu Sute Devi Padmami Hari Priya. So now this shloka is to pray to Radha Rani. I offer my respects to Radha Rani, whose bodily complexion is like a molten gold. Tapta Kanchan means the gold which is melted, right? So melted gold, when we can put on anything, basically his body complexion is like a gold. And who is the queen of Radha Vrindavan, and you are the, because Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavendeshwari. So, and who is the queen of Vrindavan, and Vrishbhanu Sute Devi. Vrishbhanu means she is a daughter of the Vrishbhanu, and Parmami Hari Priye, and who you are very dear to Lord Krishna. So this is mantra for Radha Rani. And another is Vancha Kalpatru Bhesha Kirpa Sindhu Bhaivcha Patita Ram Pavnibhyo Vaishnavya Namo Nama. So this shloka is for to all the Vaishnavas who are senior to us. We have millions and millions of Vaishnavas. Shiva is the Vaishnava, Durga is the Vaishnava, Hanuman is the Vaishnava. All the Vaishnavas come in this, our Guru Parampara Vaishnavas, they all come into this one. So we are asking for their blessing, right, in this one. And he says, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Vaishnava devotee of the Lord. They can fulfill the desires of the everyone just like a desire tree, and they are full of compassion for the fallen. So Vaishnavas are from they have a compassion. That's why we see that the Prabhupada is a Vaishnavas, and he came from Golok Vrindavan to for the fallen soul, so that we because we were forgotten how to do the worship of the we forgot to chant. So he came to remind us how we can go back to God. So the Krishna sends his devotees. Either he comes himself or he sends the devotees. So he sent people like Prabhupada. But, they can come and they can awake our soul. They can realize us that we are in a misery world, and there is no true happiness. Another is Shri Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Prasadi Gaur Bhakta. Again, we are asking blessing of the Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Divya Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Nityanand Prabhu, Shri Advaita Prabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu, Shri Vasadi, all other in the line of devotion. And the last mantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is the mantra we have it. After that, which we sing, this is the Maha Mantra, we have it. So basically, we are asking, even if you open the Ramayana, and you will see that the Tulsidas is praying to everybody, praying to the Guru, praying to the Ganesha, praying to the even demon. He's praying to all the and all the sadhus and rishi. If you read in the beginning of Ramayana, because so you will see that we are asking for the blessing of everybody. We ask for the devtas to give us the blessing so that we can succeed. We ask demon to give us a blessing so that they don't bother us, right? And so we can succeed. So we need blessing from everybody so that we can succeed our mission. So this is a Mangalacharan. In Mangalacharan we ask a prayer, and we do Mangalacharan in everything, every place. When we want to start a business, we do puja and all that so that we are successful. Remember, we do Havan, some people do. So but here the Mangalacharan, so we do it so that we are successful. And Prabhupada has done this Mangalacharan so that he can successfully write his books, right? Our main purpose is to writing. So Prabhupada's purpose was to write and spread the name of the Krishna, right? So that was his purpose. So when we are doing it, we want to have blessings we can understand, and the speaker is doing the Mangalacharan. So whatever he is speaking, he can speak in the language of the people who can learn, simple language, and the listener is doing the Mangalacharan so that whatever is listening, he can absorb it. So that's why Mangalacharan is done. And this is the prayer we sing every time in the every temple, anything we start, right? So we will say the short prayers, and sometimes we say short prayers. We just take the first and the last, and the first Om Gyanam Trimantasya, and the last two one Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. You have seen on previous screen. We have only 3 or 4 mantras, right? So this is the one, and in this. And we're going to go this in little detail so that after that it will very easy, all everything comes in, so after that we have in this after this shloka we have almost 67 paragraphs, and 67 paragraphs we have it divided, and basically there are 7 things that we are told. So there are if you look at the shloka, if you read the para, there are 67 paragraphs in the introduction Prabhu had given us. So in the 67 paragraph, we have the 7 things are being told. Basically, Prabhu had describes us in the there are sections of 1 to 12, and then 13 to 26, 27 to 31, 32 to 41, 42 to 49, 50 to 62, and 63 to 69. So 1 to 12, Krishna, and the paragraphs are explaining who the Krishna is, Arjuna, Bhagavad Gita as it is, and how to remember Krishna, right? So these are the 1 to 12 chapter, 1 to 12 paragraphs are explaining what is a Bhagavad Gita. So the Bhagavad Gita is also known as a Gita Upanishad. So why say Gita Upanishad? So we have so many 108 Upanishad. So why Gita comes as Upanishad? The Gita Upanishad is came from the Lord. and it gives everything what are the other Upanishads are telling us. So it's a philosophy, it's not a story, and that's why it's a Gita Upanishad. And who has told us? Adi Shankaracharya. He said that's a Gita Upanishad. So everybody believes in Adi Shankaracharya. Lots of people follow him. So he has said that this is a Gita Upanishad, and so this is basically this is the essence of Vedic knowledge and one of the most important Upanishads in the Vedic literatures. So we get the Vedic knowledge. Whatever we're reading 108 Upanishads, or Rig Veda, Sam Veda, we have four Vedas. If we read them, what are the zest of what are the answers we get it? So that just Bhagavad Gita tells us in a smallest book. So there are like 700 shlokas. They tell us. And then and of course there are many commentary in English of Bhagavad Gita, but and one may question the necessity for the another one. So that Prabhupada is writing कि yes, there are so many, why another Bhagavad Gita? There will maybe 15,000 Bhagavad Gita floating around. And so many people write about Bhagavad Gita, so many people write a commentary, right? So why another one? So the Prabhupada is saying that this present edition can explain in the following way. Recently, an American lady asked me to recommend an English translation of Bhagavad Gita. Of course, in America, there are so many editions of Bhagavad Gita available in English. But as far as I have been seen, not only in America but also in India, none of them can be strictly said to be authorized because in almost every one of them, the commenter has expressed his own opinions without touching the spirits of the Bhagavad Gita as it is. So Prabhupada is saying there are so many Gita, but the main purpose is we have to talk about the Krishna, right? So those things have been missed out of it. So there are so many in America, in India. And India is a land of spiritual, right? And there are so many sadhus are there. And the so many sadhu came to America to spread the name, right? Of the yoga, the way. And there was, when Prabhupada came, there were so many yogas, swamis were here, right? But they were telling people that give us the money, I can give you the mantra and all that. And but they are materialistic, those sadhus or swamis. They want money from them, but they did not touch Krishna. They did not tell whatever the real meaning for the Gita was. The Gita was meaning to know who Krishna is, who we are, so how we can get out of the material world. So that wasn't coming from there. Plus, it wasn't authorized. Because just I sit now, I feel like I'm writing a book. I write a book and I publish it and I can sell it like in novels. People were thinking that, and the thing is, people when I write a book, people might not buy it for me, but when I write a Gita, people who are interested who are some little bit spiritual, they will buy, oh, this is a Gita, they will pick up the book, right? And this will sell so many copies of their book. So Prabhupada saying that this is not this our book which I wrote it is authorized, and this is coming this succession. The spirit of Bhagavata is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita itself. It is just like this. If we want to take a particular medicine, then we have to follow the direction of written on the label. We cannot take the medicine according to our own whims or direction of a friend. It must be taken according to the direction of the directions on the label or the direction of a physician. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita should be taken or accepted as it directed by the speaker himself. The speaker of Bhagavad Gita is Lord Krishna, Shri Krishna. He mentioned on every page of Bhagavad Gita as a supreme personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. And of course, the word Bhagavan sometimes refers to any powerful person or any powerful demigods, and certainly these Bhagavan designates Lord Krishna as the great personality, but at the same time we should know that Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead as it is confirmed by our Acharya, spiritual master like Shankaracharya, Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, mm, Nimbark, Swami, and Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and many other authorities of Vedic knowledge of India. So the basically Prabhupada is saying the Gita, what is in Gita? Gita is speaking, Gita says what is it is. Gita is just like whatever Gita is saying, we have to do that. It's basically manual, it instructions are given for the humans. Now we have to follow our instructions. We have no manual, right? We are born, we don't know what we are. People just give us our name, they tell us I'm a girl, and so I'm a girl. People tell us you are a man, boy, you are a boy, and it could would be reversed too, right? We just listen whatever we listen and we just follow it, but we have never given any book, that's how we have to live our life or anything. There's no education centers in the world which give tells us ki what our main purpose is. So but Gita is tells us what it is. It tells us that Prabhupada is saying that ki, we have to take medicine when we are sick, right? So when we take the medicine, how we take the medicine, either we buy the package, over the counter medicine, and what's saying when to take it is written, instructions are being given, or the doctor tells us, "Okay, you take medicine." We cannot take medicine with whimsically, right? And the Gita is saying that ki Bhagwan. So basically, if this is spiritual truth, and the spiritual truth is tells us how we should live our life, and why we are here, what our relationship with our God is. So this Gita tells us, and similarly, the Gita is saying the Lord Bhagwan, the Krishna is Bhagwan. So we say that ki only if we three things confirm who's and then we say it's the truth. So who says Krishna is Bhagwan? Gita's Krishna Lord himself is saying I'm a Bhagwan, right? And these are the acharyas are saying that we am the Bhagwan, and who else is saying that? I have three. Yeah, and our Shastras are saying that the Krishna is the Bhagwan. That will come that the Brahma Samhita says is the who's the Bhagwan, Lord Krishna is the Bhagwan. That will coming further down. And the Bhagwan, we say, and we say, no, wow, you are a Bhagwan. We attract to basically people who's very powerful, who's beautiful, who is very educated, right? So we attract to those people. So the Krishna has all the six qualities. We read it in last time. The six one. He's the most beautiful. He is the most powerful. He has the all the wealth, right? He is the he has he is the full of knowledge. He is more renounced, right? So these are Krishna's six qualities. So which one? The Krishna is saying that then we if we have all the six quality incomplete, we call him Bhagwan. So here the scriptures they are saying that Bhagwan, and Bhagwan he himself says I'm a Bhagwan, and these are spiritual acharya they are telling that he is the Bhagwan, and Brahm Samhita, it will, and the Purana will say that ki, who is the Bhagwan? Lord Krishna himself is the Bhagwan. So the Lord himself also established, the Lord himself also established himself as a supreme personality of Godhead in the Bhagavad Gita, and he is accepted as such in the Brahm Samhita and all Puranas, especially in Srimad Bhagavatam, known as a Bhagavad Purana. Krishna tu Bhagavan Swayam. Therefore, we should take Bhagavad Gita as it practiced by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself in the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita 4.123. The Lord says. So basically, what happened is the three things tells us the Shastras, these are Puranas are telling us, Acharyas are telling us, or Krishna Himself is telling that I am the Bhagwan. And in the 4.3, 4.1 to 4.3, Krishna says that ki imam vivastan yogam proktavan ahem avayam vivasvan manave praha manur ishvangu bravite. So the Krishna is saying that ki Shastra where it says that, right? Even the Vivaswan, the Surya Devta, right? He knows I'm a Bhagwan. Even prampra prapram emam prampra praptam imam rajesho vidu so kalin mahata yoge nashte prantapa स एवं मया ते दया योगे प्रोक्त पुरातनः भक्तो सेमी सखा चेति rahasam hai etad uttamam. So these are the shlokas we have it, and from the Bhagavad Gita, if you this that Bhagwan is saying that imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyam vivasvan manve praha muniksha vakshe bhavrita. So this is a Krishna saying the personality of God. The personality of God has said, Lord Krishna said, I instructed the imperishable science of yoga to the son God Vivaswan and Vivaswan instructed it to the Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu it turned to instructed to the Ishwanku. So the Krishna is telling how this knowledge has been passed down to from the top from Krishna to Surya Devta, Surya to Surya named Vivaswan, and he gave to his son Manu and instructed Ishwaku, who's that the basically that is a Surya dynasty where Raja Ram, Ramchandra Bhagwan came. So the Krishna has instructed that. And then in the next shloka, he's saying that King. 1 minute, I have to go just back. Hmm. No, I stopped screen. Okay, let me go. My screen stopped. Okay, give me 1 minute. Yeah, so the next sloka is saying that the this knowledge was passed down to the parampara, coming down. Then it was even the Raj Rishi, they took the knowledge like that to parampara, coming from one to another and top to down, right? So, but after a time, it got lost, and the question is that here the Lord is confirming Arjuna that this system yoga, the Bhagavad Gita, was spoken to the sun god, and sun god explained to his Manu, and the Manu explained to Ishwaku, and in this way, by disciplic succession, one speaker after another, the yoga system has been coming down. But in the course of time, it has been lost. Consequently, the Lord has to speak it again, and this time to Arjuna on the battle of Kurukshetra. So Krishna is saying that this knowledge was lost, right? So what do you mean? And he's saying that now I'm giving it to you. What do you mean the knowledge was lost? If knowledge lost, then what will happen? Does the knowledge really can be lost? No, knowledge is not really lost. What happened is there are two. One is the Brahman and student, Guru and Shishya Parampara is there are two type of Parampara. One is a Guru and Shishya Parampara. One is a Raja Rishi. Raja gave it to his son. The Surya Devta gave it to his son. Manu, right? Manu gave to Ishwanku. So that's how he's coming, right? So that is Rajas, the king. King before it used to be rishis too, right? They were not only king, they were rishis, and they were passing this knowledge to his son. But what happened is in the kingdom, sometimes the king doesn't have a son. So who is he going to pass it to, right? This knowledge. So that alone, that's the way knowledge can be lost. Or sometimes the king's son is not very good, and he's a so then knowledge is lost. We have seen that in history that you know Kansa, he wasn't a good son, and he didn't follow the religious. So he put even father in jail. So knowledge didn't pass from there, right? So then the Krishna says, "I come." Mostly he comes to re-establish, or he sends his people. So at this time, Krishna is saying, "I am giving this knowledge because knowledge has been lost, right?" So that's what that means. The knowledge doesn't knowledge is not lost. It doesn't go away. It is there, but it is lost on the rishi side, king side, king Raja Rishi. Kings are not passed down to his kids so that they can be a good king and they can follow the scriptures and they can take care of his people in the kingdom. So that's how it was. But the Guru Shishya Parampara, that was still there. But this Raja Rishi, right? So this was saying that that's why this yoga system was finished. And this time Krishna is saying that and because the Kshatriya basically lost their education, Now Arjuna is a Kshatriya and he's giving this knowledge to Arjuna. He tells Arjuna that he is relating the supreme secret to him because Arjuna is devotee and his friend. So he's saying that I'm telling you because you are my friend and devotee. But the other question comes is that how come there are five Pandavas? They were all Krishna's relatives. They're very close to him. And Kunti, the mother of the Pandavas, she was a very devotee. Why he didn't give it to him, right? So that question comes sometimes people say, how come Krishna gave to Arjuna, not to the Yudhishthira Maharaj, not to the Bhim, not to the not to the Nakul and Sahadev, how come Arjuna? Because he was the Arjuna, the Krishna was so close to heart. He was the Arjuna's Parshad, So that's why he was a dear friend. He was very close. Yudhishthira was older, Bhima was older. Nakul, Sahadev, they were younger, but the Krishna, Arjuna was the same age. But when he's giving this knowledge, he's giving this knowledge as a guru, not as a friend. But he's saying that he's very close, he's very dear to him. That's why he gave it to this knowledge to Arjuna. So what happened is we can give our all the secrets to our very dear friend, right? Not to anybody else. So we cannot tell our parents or adult, our elder brother or younger. We just want to talk when we want to be open our heart. We want to open our heart to the person who is our very very close. So this Gita, this yoga system, devotional service, and all these secrets, the Krishna is saying that I am telling you. So that's why he's saying that. The purport of this is Bhagavad Gita is to treatise when which is specially meant for the devotee of the Lord. So, and the Arjun was devotee of the Lord. He was, very close to him, and Krishna wants to give to the devotee of the Lord, who is his bhakta, right? There are three classes of transcendentalist, namely Jnani, Yogi, and Bhakta, or impersonalist. The meditator and the devotees. So the Prabhupada is saying there are three type of. One is Jnani, right? Jnani, the yogi, and the bhaktas or impersonalist. So these are the people who there are three type of them, and here the Lord clearly tells Krishna that he's making him the first receiver of the new parampara, disciplic succession, because the old succession was broken. So the Krishna is telling that "Okay, this is the I am giving you, now you're the first one." 5,000 years ago, he gave it to Arjuna, and he said, "You are the first one." And because the old one is broken, he said, "Okay, now." So it was the Lord's wish, therefore, to establish another parampara in the same line of thought that was coming down from the sun go to the others. And it was his wish that his teaching be distributed anew by Arjuna. He wanted Arjuna to become the authority in understanding the Bhagavad Gita. So we can see Bhagavad Gita instructed to Arjuna, especially because Arjuna was a devotee to Lord, a direct student of Krishna and his intimate friend. So the same thing. So Krishna wanted कि whatever is the, because in the millennium years earlier he gave to sun devta, right, sun god. So he said, okay, I want to give you a same way another line of succession he want to start, and he starts from the Arjuna. And why? Arjuna is his intimate friend, he is a devotee, and and he is very close to him. And therefore, Bhagavad Gita is best understood by a person whose qualities are similar to Arjuna. There is to say that he must be a devotee in a direct relationship with the Lord. As soon as one becomes a devotee of the Lord, he also has a direct relation with the Lord. That is a very elaborate subject matter, but briefly it can be stated that a devotee is in a relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead is one of the five different ways. So basically you have to be devotee of the Lord to get the knowledge, So Krishna give the knowledge. We have to have quality of we have to have a quality of Arjuna to get the knowledge. So but and then how we can love, how we can have a direct relationship with Krishna. So that was saying that if we can have a direct relationship with the Krishna is a five way. So five ways. One may be a devotee in passive state. I'm going to go that a little bit in details. One may be a devotee in active state, one may be a devotee as a friend, one may be a devotee as a parent, and one may be a devotee as a conjugal lover. So there's basically the first one is a Shant Rasa, the Shant Bhav, the passive state. Basically, we just admire somebody. And the example of is that we like so many singers, right? We have never met those people, but we admire them, we like them, right? So we are fan of them. So that's called a Shant Rasa. There are so many rishi. They just have listened to the Krishna stories and all that, and they just admire and admire and admire. So that's called a Shant Rasa. In this Shant Rasa is called passive state, called Shant Rasa, where we do not do any service, we just admire. We do not do real direct service. So like we know some singer or any football player, depend whatever your activities, what you prefer, what are your hobbies are, who's your mentor, we like somebody, right? So, but we have never met them, but we listen their song and we admire them, but we really do not do anything for them, right? So that's called a Shantarasa. Another one is a one may be a devotive in active state. The active state is a dasya bhav. Dasya bhav is kale basically seva. We want to serve Lord. So जैसे kale dasya bhav Hanuman ji, right? So we just want to serve. You know that the servant want to serve. Just take the orders. That's kale dasya bhav. And one can be a friend. So the as a friend, when as a friend we when we have a friend we like him, right? And we listen to him, we sometimes serve him, sometimes he serves us, we play with them. So that's a devotee. We can have a sakhe bhav, right? So that's a devotee. Other one is a one may be a devotee as a parents. So as a parents, what we do to as a parents, we serve the kids, right? We always serving the kids. Sometimes we joke too, right? And then in some stage we become a friends too, and we say that after 18 years, we should think that kid is our friend, not take give them instruction, give them or a kid won't listen to you, right? So that's a parent. We can talk to them, we can give them advice, we can take sometimes their kids advice too, right? And so that's a parental love, right? And other one is a that's called Vatsalya love, right? And other one is a one maybe the devotee of conjugal lover. That's a Madhurya Bhav, basic love, who love the Krishna. Which so if you see the fifth one, in the fifth one everything comes, and the fourth one bottom three will come like third two and one, and third one both second and one will come, and the second one the first will come. So basically if you're in grades 10 doing science or math, so that means you know grade 1 2 3 4 5 7 all the science, right? You have known it, right? Similarly if you are doing the one the fifth one, depend what type of the relationships you want to have. If you want to be have a, you want to become a lover of the god, right? So in this all the four other stages will come in. Basically you vatsalya, right? So you show them love, and you take care of them, you serve them, you admire them, right? And so these are the as a parents what will do, they are different, I just told them. So all the other states are active in the next one. So these are only five way we can have relationship with the Krishna, and and all the otherwise we cannot have. There's nothing comes out of it, right? Like there's no other state out of that. These are everything we can love in these five states. One is the basically Shantaras, Dasaras, Sakhiras, Vatsalyaras, and the Madhureras. So there are five rasas I we going to read in the devotional service. These are explained in details. Well, that's another book. Bhakti Rasa Amrit, The Nectar of Devotion. That's another book Prabhupada have translated in English, and we can read that one. So basically, Arjuna was in relation with the Lord as a friend. So he was a Sakhya Bhav. The Arjuna has had a Sakhya Bhav, which is a third one. So and of course, there is a gulf of difference between this friendship and friendship found in this material world. So they saying the Krishna friendship was and Arjuna friendship was not like the we have it, right? So our friends are fair weather friends we call them. So it's very rare to find a true friend. So if we can count very good friend in our like fingers, we are the lucky one. Like it's hard to find a true friend. This is transcendental friendship which cannot be had by everyone. Of course, everyone has a particular relationship with the Lord, and the relationship is evoked by the supreme perfection of the devotional service. But in this present state of our life, not only we have forgotten the Supreme Lord, but we have forgotten our internal relationship with the Lord. So basically, so now, as I told you, 1 to 12, Para are going to explain us the who we are, Krishna, Arjuna, Bhagavad Gita, and Arjuna, right? So the other one is yes, Panchabhuta. So no, that is not here yet. So the basically is saying that our relationship with the Krishna is not the same. Our Krishna basically Krishna and Arjuna's friendship is not the same like we have in material world. Sorry, and somebody's message. Oh, no, sorry. I thought somebody messaged. Yeah, so basically that the relationship we can have a relationship like the Arjuna has with Krishna by doing the devotional service. And the thing is, problem is that we are in this material world and we have forgotten who we are. So we cannot, and we don't know how to establish our relationship with how we can we can be same as Arjuna, the Arjuna's relationship. There are so many devotees, who has gone, who has the same relationship like Arjuna has it. Some has it in the Dasya Bhav, some has it in the Vatsalya Bhav. There are so many who are in Vaikuntha. But we are the living beings. We have forgotten. And we have forgotten our internal relationship with our Lord. Every living being out of the many and many billion and trillion of living beings has a particular relationship with the Lord internally. This is called a Savarupa. So we had a relationship. We have our particular form in the Gokul Vrindavan. So some are, we have some kind of shape given, rupa is given, our body is given, we do not know, but we have this life, and that rupa called as Savrupa, right? And that stage called as Savrup Siddhi, perfection of one conscious position. So the Arjuna was a devotee and he was in touch with the Supreme Lord in friendship. So they are saying that Arjuna was a devotee of Krishna and he was a friend of so now the Arjuna is saying that Arjuna says that you are a god, and in that in 10th chapter, I think the he says that after 10th chapter when the Krishna saw the Vishwarupa, and he says that Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Paramadham Pavitram Param Bhavam Purusham Shashwatam Devyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhu आहुसे ताम्रहेश्य सर्वे देव ऋषि नारदा तथा अस्थितो देवालो व्यासः स्वयं चैव ब्राविषि मे सर्वम् एतदरितं मन्या यन्मां वदसि केशव नाहि ते भगवान् व्यक्तिं विदुर्देवाना दानवः. So Arjuna is saying that yes, you are the basically when he Krishna shows him the Vishwarupa, his form. So when the Arjuna sees that everything is coming from Krishna, the other demigods, other devta, everything is coming from Krishna. So he says that yes, you are the supreme personality of Godhead. You are ultimate abode. You are the pure as you are the ultimate truth. Basically, Krishna is recognizing and he's saying that you are internal, transcendental, original person, unborn, and the greatest. And who's also saying that all the sages, Narada is saying, Asita is saying, Devalya and Vyasa, they are also saying that you are the God. So they are confirming. The before Gita is Krishna was saying, I am the God. Here the sadhus or the Vaishnavas, they are saying that you are the God. And now you yourself is declaring to me. And the Krishna showed the Vishwarupa, to Arjuna. So he said, yes, now you showed me to, you told me you are Lord. Oh Krishna, I totally accept as a truth all of you, all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, oh Lord, can understand your personality. He said, nobody can understand Krishna. That was his that was Arjuna is saying that. So basically, after hearing Bhagavad Gita from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna says that yes, you are a Param Brahma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Every living being is a Brahman, yeah, but the Supreme living is so. We are Brahman too, but he is a Supreme. We are Brahman because we are part and parcel of Krishna. We came from him, right? So we are Brahman. Like the fire, spark is a fire too, right? It can spark, right? But sometimes we say that there was just a one spark and that's how fire happened. Sometimes people put away cigarette, small spark just goes on the other side and it just start burning other things. Depend how the explosive thing is there. If there's time with oil lying there, right? So it will destroy it. So we are spark too, but he is a supreme. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the supreme Brahman. Paramadham means that he is the supreme rest about everything is on him. So everything comes from him. And the Krishna says that everything rests from him. All the planets rest from him, rest on him. Just like when we see a pearl necklace, the pearl necklace are resting on a thread, but we do not see a thread, right? But we see the necklace, right? But we haven't seen the thread. So similarly, everything is whole material, whole spiritual world is resting from him, but we do not see him, right? And he is the Pavitra means he is the pure and untainted by material contaminations. We Jiva are contaminated, and because this in material world there are three type of gunas: mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So they are affecting us, but it doesn't affect Krishna. And Purusham is he is the supreme enjoyer. So he is the only enjoyer, we are not. And Shashvatam is internal, and Divyam is transcendental, Adidevan, original personality of Godhead. So Ajam, Anborn, and Vibhuti, these are the God's qualities. And we had a list in level 1. So these are the quality of the Lord. That's what Krishna is. Arjuna is saying to Krishna. And is anybody wants to read?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, just 1 second, let me put my volume up. And is anybody wants to read?
I don't mind, but that wording, can you increase the font?
Can I increase?
Yes, I don't mind.
I can. Let me see if I can increase some more. Mm, right.
I don't mind, but that wording, can you increase the font?
And I don't know how to do it. Let me see. Let me see if I can increase some.
Go on the 3 dots and then increase the font.
I think there's a way to increase it, but
Yes, the 3 dots on your right side.
go up in the tools. Mm. Not in this way. No, I sorry, I cannot. Maybe if you can open a Veda base on your phone and you can maybe read it. I can. You have a Veda base in your hand or your book? No.
No, no, no.
This way. No, I sorry, I cannot. Maybe if you can open a Veda base. I can. You have a Veda base in your hand or your book? No.
No, no, no.
This way. Okay. Okay, I'll send you a Veda base link if you and then maybe tomorrow you can just
Yes,
also
yes.
participate too.
Okay. Okay, Mataji.
Yes. So where were we? We have done this. Yes, so basically, so now we are his. Now one may think that because Krishna was friend of Arjuna, Arjuna was telling him all this way by his flattery. But Arjuna, just to drive out this kind of doubt from his mind of the reader of the Bhagavad Gita, substantially these praises in the next verses when he says that Krishna is accepted as Supreme Personality of God not only by himself but by authority like Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vasudev. So basically saying that Krishna is not saying flattering. Arjuna was not saying that no. Yeah. Sometimes we joke with a friend, yeah, you're a Bhagwan, right? But no, Arjuna was serious. He was saying that no. Yes, you are saying me. Other rishis are telling me. So he's confirming again. Because you are, and our acharyas are telling me, right? And telling us that ki you are the Bhagwan. So that's what this paragraph says, and he's accepting him as a Bhagwan, right? So there, where are we? Yeah, so these are the great personality which distribute the Vedic knowledge as it is accepted by Acharya. So therefore Arjuna tells Krishna that he accepts whatever he says to be completely perfect. Sarvam etadaritam manya. I accept everything you say to be truth. Arjuna also says that the personality of God that is very difficult to understand, that he cannot be known even by the great demigods. This means that the Lord cannot even be known by the personality greater than human being. So how can a human being understand Lord Krishna's without becoming his devotee? So basically, yes, Arjuna is saying that yes, you're telling me you're Bhagwan. I believe other acharyas are telling us. Who are the acharyas? Narada, Asta, Devalya, and Vyasdeva, they are telling us because they are they are in charge of distributing the scriptures. They are in charge of telling the truth, right? They have Vyasdeva has wrote all the Upanishad and everything. So they are telling us, and you are telling us, I believe in, but they said ki even Arjuna is saying that ki demigod cannot even understand that. But how come how can a human we can understand that? So we cannot understand how it is, but we have to just have a faith and believe. At least we have to have that. But as Krishna is saying, which even we do not, we just when we are reading the Gita, we have to just believe, yes, Krishna is saying he is the God, so he is the God. And then we have just a little bit faith like that, and we start reading, and it will eventually sink us to everything will becomes clear slowly and slowly, and then we realize, yes, Krishna is the Lord. In the because we in India we say everything is coming from Vishnu, right? Ram is coming from Vishnu, Nursing Avatar is coming from Vishnu. That's what we think about, right? So, but when we read Gita, it becomes more clear that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and how the creation has created. We have a full chart in Bhagavatam, and it will come, and I will bring it, and I will show you how the creation has been has been created by Lord. But Bhagavad Gita should be taken up in the spirit of devotion. One should not think that he is equal to Krishna, nor should he think that Krishna is an ordinary personality or even a great personality. Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So, according to the statement of Bhagavad Gita or the statement of Arjuna, the person who is trying to understand Bhagavad Gita, we should at least theoretically accept Sri Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, and with the submissive spirit we can understand Bhagavad Gita. Unless one reads Bhagavad Gita in a submissive spirit, it is very difficult to understand Bhagavad Gita because it is a great mystery. So yes, we have to have a humble, we have to be humble. We have to just accept it. He's the Lord, and if we and we have to, we have a learning attitude too. Because we are in class, we want to learn. That's why we are here, right? And if we don't believe, why will we pick up a Gita, right? So we know there's some truth to it, but we do not know how it is, right? So that's why we have to just have a submissively basically listen and have a little bit faith, and not in challenging mood. There are so many questions you will have it, how this, why this and that. That's okay, question you can always ask, but not that ki challenging, I know more than do, right? Sometimes we do that. We live in this material world, we have egos, right? We want to win all the time, so we have those thinking we know more than you, so we have that attitude. So while learning, we shouldn't have that Gita. So basically, this Gita is spoken for the mankind, um, and so we are suffering, and we are full of anxiety. This world is full of anxiety. So Krishna is telling them how we can get rid of our anxieties. So in the next paragraph is that was saying that. Just what is a Bhagavad Gita? The purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to deliver mankind from the nuisance of material existence. Every man is in a difficult in so many ways, as Arjuna also was in difficult in having a fighting the battle of Kurukshetra. So we have our internal fight sometime, right? We should do not. Sometime we have external fight. Sometimes internal. Our mind says something, and our knowledge says something, brain says something else. So we are sometimes full of anxiety. Some things are not working for us. So that's why is that? This is that because this word is our intrinsic nature is that Satya. We are Satchitanand. We are part of a Satchitanand. Krishna's music Satchitanand. So we are from there. We are Satya. The soul is a Satya. Satya means truth, right? Soul is not a material. It's a spiritual thing, and something is put into the. And this word is asatya. Asatya means mithya. And this word is and we are put into that place which is our nature. We are put in against our nature, so we will never be happy. We'll be happy only when we are in our just like the person who doesn't drink and he goes to bar will be happy, no. And the person who is a devotee, he goes to bar, he will never be happy. So because that place is not for him. And similarly, the person who is in the who's drinking and everything and bring him to a temple, he will not be happy because the nature doesn't match, right? So our nature is Sachidanand. So we like truth. So this word is asatya. So that's what we are full of anxiety. So that's what this paragraph is saying, that because not only Arjuna but every one of us is full of anxiety because of this material existence. Our very existence is in the atmosphere of non-existence. Actually, we are not meant to be threatened by non-existence. Our existence is the internal, but somehow or other we are put into the asatya. Asatya effort is to which does not exist. So this material world doesn't exist. Actually, it is created, right? So our real form, real nature is to live in a Vaikuntha. And other one is, out of so many human beings who are suffering, there are few who are actually inquiring about their positions. Yes, so we are suffering, and but we do not want to inquire. We think, oh, okay, maybe this problem is solved, will be okay. If this problem is solved, I can solve it, I can solve it, I can solve it. We just keep on solving. We are not throwing that ki, why this problem is coming, why this is work, why this is like that, why this work is not peaceful. How come one mom has a five kids and every kid is different, right? Their destiny is different, and they understand things differently. They are not the same, right? So how's that? We do not realize that. Wow, how come one is short, one is tall? How come in the same family one is a very learned person and another one is foolish, right? So one is rich and poor, that we see all the time. The one family, if the long joint family, if you have seen that, there are four brothers, they will be rich and the one will be very poor somehow, right? Or the four are poor and one will be rich, so rich, we don't know. So we do not understand that. We do not want to try to understand that sometime, and sometimes we don't. So very few of them want to inquire, jigyasa, so basically we want to have a we want to know. We want basically jigyasa, basically earth jigyasa, gyan jigyasa, and dharma jigyasa. Basically there are three type of we want to inquire the knowledge, right? So we want to inquire the money all the time. How should we can make money? We have a habit of inquiring it. We are curious. We have a curiosity nature, right? So we want to inquire what is happening. Oh, the which movie is coming. Sometimes people who are very interested in movie, people who are very interested in business, say interesting that what product I can produce, right? So we are always looking and making for the looking ways to make the money. And the people who are interested in jewelry, they'll say, what is the price of gold? So we are always inquiring about. So we have, that's earth. And then some people want to have a inquiry knowledge. And so that with the knowledge we can earn the money, right? And the other one is the dharma, dharma jigyasa, ki who's the Lord, why we are here. So there are three type of the jigyasa, brahm jigyasa, we call it that one. So that's what is saying the next chapter, sorry, next shloka. Unless okay, who that? So, out of many human beings who are suffering, there are few who are actually inquiring about their positions so as to what they are, but they are put into the awkward position and so on, unless one is awakened to this position of question of his suffering, unless he realizes he does not want suffering, but rather than wants to make a solution to all the suffering, then one is not considered to be perfect human beings. Humanity begins when its sort of inquiry is awakened in one's mind. In the Brahm Sutra, this inquiry is called a Brahm Jigyasa, Athato Brahm Jigyasu. Every activity of the human being is considered to be a failure unless he inquire about the nature of his absolute. Therefore, those who begin to question why they are suffering and where they have come from and why and where they shall go after that are proper student of understanding Bhagavad Gita. The sincere student should also have a firm respect for supreme personality of God, and such as a student was Arjuna. So basically, until we know that why we are here, what will happen after our death, right? And why we are suffering, so we cannot know about that. So this is called Brahm Jigyasa. So we want to know who we are, why I came here, why I was born into the poor family, why I was born to this country, right? So and then till that we have it, and why I'm suffering, how can I get out of this suffering, and I don't want to come back into that suffering. Sometimes situations come that we say we don't want to go in that situation again, right? We say that. So similarly, and sometimes some people are so sick all their life, they are sick, they have money and everything, they're sick. So why is that? So these are the questions, if when we want to inquire it. So basically Brahm Jigyasa, unless that comes to us, we will never know who Lord is. So Lord Krishna sent especially to re-establish the real purpose of life. When man forgets that purpose, even then, out of many human beings are awakened, there may be one who is entered the spiritual of understanding his position for him. This Bhagavad Gita is spoken. Actually, we are all swallowed by the tigers of nuisance, but the Lord is very merciful upon living entities, especially human beings. To this end, he spoke Bhagavad Gita, making his friend Arjuna his student. So he's saying that Krishna comes because we have forgotten. Either he comes or he sends us somebody, right? So, and that's why Krishna has spoken this Bhagavad Gita, so that we understand, we can follow, and because he is so merciful, he is so kind. So if we follow the Gita, we can get out of this pang of misery, a pang of material nature. And that's why Krishna, picked up Arjuna. So, he could have picked anybody, but no. But the thing is, Krishna didn't pick anybody. We might, not act. We don't have a full faith in him, and we will. What happened? We will just derail his plan. So Krishna wanted somebody very confident, who's very dear, who he can trust. So that's why he made Arjuna as a student, right? Being an associate Lord Krishna, Arjuna was above all ignorance, but Arjuna was put into ignorance on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, just to question Lord Krishna about the program of life, so that Lord should explain them for the benefit of future generation of human beings and chalk out the plan of life. Then man could act according and perfectly the mission of human life. So basically, saying that Arjuna wasn't ignorant. He's Lord. He's close to the Lord, right? We say that when we see the Lord, there is no ignorance left. How come Arjuna becomes the ignorant, right? The Krishna is standing in front of him, and he knows that. And Arjuna is a very intelligent person and very learned person. He knows that. But how come Arjuna be bewildered? It's just Krishna's Maya. Krishna put a spell on in front of his eyes so that he can ask the question, and that question can help us human people. And the other one is the basically the saying that the subject of Bhagavad Gita entail comprehensive five basic truths. So this Gita will talk about five things. I think I'm going to stop here because this is more discussing, and this has to be more detailed than this paragraph, and how the nature, Prakriti, Ishvara, how they are connected. So we will discuss this tomorrow. I hope. You got something? If you have any question, you can ask me. Let me just stop the live broadcast so that 1 minute. Sorry, I have to stop recording.